Okay, so let's just jump right in. In the next few minutes, we're going to talk about something that is fundamentally changing how we find information online. It's a huge shift, all driven by AI, that's basically tearing up the old rulebook for search engines and writing a brand new one. For what, 20 years now? Search has been pretty much the same thing, right? You know the drill. You type a question, you get that list of 10 blue links, and you start clicking around. Well, that whole world is being replaced. The future of search isn't about getting a list of options anymore. It's about getting a single, direct answer. And this brings us to a really provocative question, one that's at the heart of this whole change. What if being clicked wasn't the goal anymore? I mean, what if all that effort you've poured into getting people to visit your website suddenly became, well, pointless? To really get where we're going, we've got to first take a quick look at where we've been. For years and years, the entire online game has been about one thing and one thing only: getting those clicks. This was the world of SEO. For as long as most of us can remember, the name of the game was SEO, search engine optimization, and the mission was simple, right? Do whatever you have to do to get your website to the top of the search results so a real person would see it, click on that little blue link, and land right on your page. And the rules of that game were super straightforward. Your audience? Humans. Your goal? Driving traffic. And how did you know if you were winning? You just looked at your page views and sessions. More clicks always meant better. Simple. But here's the thing. That game is ending. We are walking into a brand new era where the goal isn't getting a click at all. It's about earning a citation. So welcome to the age of AEO. Answer Engine Optimization. Now your goal is completely different. It's to convince an AI model, a machine, that your content is so trustworthy and so accurate that it should literally use your stuff to build its final answer. You're not trying to get a visit anymore. You're trying to be the source of truth. So let's just put these two worlds side by side, because the change is stark. With AEO, the goal shifts from just getting raw traffic to getting visibility and being cited. Your audience isn't just humans anymore. It's the large language models themselves. And the metric for success? Forget page views. Now it's all about brand mentions, share of voice, and ultimately whether you're the one being cited as the authority. And that new metric is so powerful. Think about it. Even if a user never actually lands on your website, just seeing your brand's name cited as the source for an answer, that builds a massive amount of authority. It creates trust and brand recall in a way that a simple blue link, buried in a list, never could. Okay, so that's the what and the why of it all. But what about the how? How do you actually compete and win in this new environment? Well, you're going to need a whole new playbook, the AEO playbook. And it really boils down to 4 crucial strategic shifts you have to make. You need to start with the answer, define your terms, structure your data for machines, and this is the big one, offer new and unique value. So let's break each of these down. First up, start with the answer. You know that old SEO trick of burying the important stuff deep in an article to keep people reading? Yeah, that's fatal now. AIs want efficiency, so you have to adopt the inverted pyramid style from journalism. Start your content with a direct 40 to 60 word summary that answers the core question right up front. This makes it incredibly easy for an AI to just grab your content and feature it as the answer. Second, you have to shift your focus from just keywords to entities. See, keywords can be ambiguous. If you say Java, are you talking about coffee or the programming language? Entities, on the other hand, are specific, well-defined concepts. Your job now is to clearly define these entities and show the relationships between them. This helps the AI connect the dots and see you as a true expert on the topic. Number 3, you've got to structure your data. A human can look at a messy web page and figure it out, but an AI needs really clear signposts. And that's where something called schema markup comes in. It's kind of like adding invisible labels to your content that tells the machine, hey, this number is a price, or this block of text is a recipe. You're basically spoon-feeding the AI, making your information super easy for it to understand and trust. And that brings us to the 4th and, honestly, the most crucial strategy of all. You have to offer new value. Let's be real. AIs have already been trained on pretty much the entire internet. So if your content is just rehashing what's already on Wikipedia, why would an AI ever cite you? It wouldn't. The key is something Google calls information gain. You have to provide something new, your own proprietary data, original research, a unique perspective, something that actually adds to the conversation. So all of this leads to the single most important mental shift you need to make. It comes down to a simple but really profound question about the very nature of what you're creating. Look, if you walk away with just one thought from all this, let it be this one. In the age of AI, the goal is no longer to be just another clickable link in a long list of results. The goal is to be the source. It's to become the answer itself. And so I'll leave you with a question to take back to your own work. The next time you create something, look at it and ask yourself this. Is this just a collection of information, or is it a definitive answer? Because in this new world of answer engines, only the answers are going to win.